So students, today we'll learn about chapter 8 that I already started. Okay, that is education system in ancient Indian subcontinent. So from this chapter 8 you read through the education system. Okay, how was the education system? It was written in this page, the underlined portion, that is the education system at that time was a Gurukul system. Okay, gurus used to taught the students in their monasteries. In Buddhist monasteries, gurus used to taught the students. Okay. And in those monasteries or schools at that time, only subjects were not taught, different subjects were not taught. Also also they used to learn them how to spin thread and weave cloth, and how to handle swords and shoot arrows, and how to play different types of games. So everything at that time was taught. Okay, now and here it is written that at that time লেখা পড়া কিছু এভিডেন্স, মানে পড়াশোনার কোনো এভিডেন্স অ্যানসিয়েন্ট ইন্ডিয়াতে পাওয়া যায়নি। বাট আমরা যেটা জানি যে হারাপ্পান সিভিলাইজেশনে দেয়ার ওয়াজ নো এভিডেন্স অফ লেখাপড়া or পড়াশোনা, বাট উই নো দ্যাট লেখাপড়া পড়াশোনা মিনস nowadays it is reading, writing as well as listening. Okay, three things in is there, that is reading, writing and listening. Okay, now diverse subjects at that time used to be taught, like poetry, grammar, mathematics, chemistry, astronomy, then astrology, then how to make hunting, how to make astrology, how to make these are the so many things at that time were used to taught the students, and according to their merit admission was taken. Fees were not to be paid. Fees were also had to be paid for education, and needy students received scholarships. Okay, so education at that time, how was the education system? This thing is very much important. You should read these underlined portions. Now in the next page, that is Buddhist, certain Buddhist monasteries were there. So in this page we'll read about two Buddhist monasteries. One is Nalanda monastery, Nalanda University. Another is Taxila University. So Nalanda University is having this university is very much popular university at that time. Qualified students used to came, and boarding and lodging was free at that time. So students from China, Tibet, from different countries, they came to study at Nalanda University. So well-known students were at that time taught there in Nalanda University. Now in Taxila University at that time, students were taught, and Taxila University was at that time was also very much popular for studies. Okay, now these two universities very much important, that how these two university grows, now how admission is taken in those universities. Admission is taken according to the qualification, through examination admission is taken. Okay, so you should read about these two universities. One is Nalanda and another is Takshila. Okay, now teachers of ancient India. So how the teachers used to taught the students in ancient India, these things you have to read from here. Now practice of literature. So at that time, what are the literatures were taught? Okay, in ancient India, what type of literatures were taught? Two languages were mainly in two language literature was written. One is Prakrit and another is Pali language. So there was Jain and Buddhist literature was there at that time, which was written in Prakrit and Pali language, and many other literatures were also written at that time. Okay, so you should read this page. Now epic Ramayana and Mahabharata. So these are the two types of epic. The one is Ramayana, another is Mahabharata. Though these two epic is very much important epic at that time written. Ramayana is a story about Ram, Sita and Ravan that you know, and Mahabharata is a large story, is a long story about so Mahabharata. So how these two epic you will read from here, that is Ramayana and Mahabharata. Now in this page we'll read about Sangam literature, that is conferences that was held at that time was known as Sangam. Sangama means assemblage at one place. So what is Sangam literature, you will read from here. Now many medical texts were also written at that time, so you will read from here in this page. Okay, then here are moral lessons in literature. So at that time, in ancient time, what are the moral lessons were taught in literature? So it is very much important, you have to read, that is moral lessons in literature. And another is books what are written related to painting, sculpture, architecture in Sanskrit. What are the books written about painting, sculpture and architecture? These things you will read. Now what are the plays were famous at that time? One is two types of plays. One is Mudra Kasha, another is Deva Chandra Guptam. So two plays were there at that time, which was very much famous. Okay. Now these things you will read from here, that what are the two plays composed by Vishakha Datta or Nanda King Dhanananda. Okay. Now moral lessons will taught. Then in the next page you will read science. You no need to read science in ancient India. So then here you will read about different types of art or cultivation in Mauryan age. So these things these arts you have to read, that what are, that is Ashokan pillar, then sculpture, then Mathura school. So these arts you have to know, that what types of art were there at that time. These pictures, okay, Sanchi Stupa, then Choito cave, then Shoripoti Stupa. Cave painting at that time, Ellora cave painting, Ajanta cave painting at the time of Gupta period. Okay, now Dehoghat temple, which was made at the time of Gupta period. So these things you have to read from this chapter 8.